The Mary Ann Locomotive is a replica of the first steam engine built in Queensland at John Walker and Company's Union Foundry in Maryborough. This year marks 150 years since the original Mary Ann's construction. The Mary Ann steams through the Maryborough CBD and suburbs along rail tracks that date back to 1873. The Mary Ann operates every Thursday in conjunction with the Maryborough Heritage City Markets and the last Sunday of the month with the Sunday in the Park festivities. On a chilly winter morning, the Mary Ann crew are preparing the train for the day's outing. On the previous morning, the train shed was a hive of activity. There was engine maintenance to be done, firewood to prepare and load. At 7:30, the train comes out of the workshop. The firebox lit and the boiler brought up to pressure. An hour later, the train departs for McAllister Station to begin its morning's work at 9 o'clock. On its trip, it crosses Kent Street, Lennox Street, and Sussex Street near the Maryborough CBD, before entering Queen's Park on the final leg of its journey to McAllister Station in Wharf Street. On arrival, there's a lot of hustle and bustle at the station as the crew unload the train to set up ready for its first passengers. The original Mary Ann engine was built for timber pioneers William Pettigrew and William Sim. The Cooloola Tramway was a private railway built in 1873 to transport timber from the forests of Cooloola to Tin Can Bay. Little remains of the tramway now. The tramway was powered by Mary Ann, which was the first locomotive built in Queensland by John Walker and Company of Maryborough. The tramway operated for 11 years and was a pioneer of Queensland's timber industry and railway development. It was used to haul kauri and hoop pine logs taken in the Tin Can Bay area to the rafting grounds at Cooloola Creek, where they were chained together to form rafts. These were then floated on the high tide, then taken by a paddle wheel tug to the Dunderthoo sawmill on the Mary River. This Mary Ann is a working replica of that train. It was built in the Maryborough workshops of William Olds and Sons in 1998. The train runs on Maryborough Heritage City Market Thursdays, the last Sunday in the month, and other park events such as Father's Day and Mary Poppins Day. It steams through Queen's Park carrying passengers along rail tracks that were laid to service the wharves and Walker's Foundry. The Maryborough City Whistle Stop volunteers maintain and operate the Mary Ann Replica steam locomotive, manage their railway station museum, and work towards the preservation and restoration of the B-15 steam locomotive number 299. The Maryborough City Whistle Stop volunteers also maintain the Maryborough Railway Museum. It contains a small but remarkable collection of railway memorabilia and is located in the railway complex in Lennox Street, opposite St. Paul's Anglican Church. On the last Sunday of the month, Maryborough's Queen's Park is busy with the monthly Sunday in the Park celebrations. Not only is the Mary Ann running, but there are brass bands, food stalls and children's activities and miniature steam trains. The Maryborough Model Engineers and Live Steamers Association group, who run the miniature steam trains, was started in 1976 and continues to this day. Delighted children and adults ride on the carriages as the trains weave around the various tracks under a huge banyan fig tree. This tree has high amenity and recreational value and is the largest of this species within the region. Mary Poppins Day and Father's Day are especially busy as hundreds of passengers queue up to ride the Mary Ann. The Mary Poppins Festival celebrates all the historic stories connected to Maryborough's past and the imaginative stories written by author P.L. Travers, who was born in the heritage-listed building in Maryborough now known as the Story Bank. On Father's Day, the Mary Ann runs about 4 kilometres west over the Bruce Highway to West Maryborough near the showgrounds and return. It does this trip twice in the morning. On this trip, Mary Ann passes through Maryborough's pleasant suburbs, across the Bruce Highway to terminate at Railway Lane in West Maryborough. There, the crew chatted to the passengers while the train is prepared for the return journey. On its return trip, Mary Ann approaches the Maryborough CBD, again passing through the picturesque Queen's Park to eventually arrive at McAllister Station.
How did it go?
Oh, very, very beautiful. It's an old steam train that, yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
You said the trip was terrific. What was the best part about it?
Oh, the steam, really, for me. Yeah, I just love old machinery.
Yeah. Are you
great.
a visitor to America?
Yeah, we're from Victoria, my wife and I.
Oh,
Yeah.
the train?
Oh, I love trains. I love steam trains. Any type of steam trains.
Wonderful.
Oh, I loved
Just
it.
said it made my day.
That's
Really good.
wonderful.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely amazing.
It is, isn't it?
Taking a trip on the Mary Ann is a great way to enjoy an era that is past but now available to locals and visitors to Maryborough. Come along and join in a journey with the crew. We promise you'll enjoy every minute.